Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, hope you're safe and well. I'm going to build the Freewing F18 Super Hornet. It's the 4S version. I'm not following the instructions. The first thing I'm going to do is connect the elevator. So we've got tiny little screws. Apply a bit of pressure to that. Okay, that's locked it in place, so I've got to back it off. That's it. I'm going to make sure that's free, and it is. Let's just tighten it down a bit more. Still moving. A bit more. It's locked. Back it off. That's it. And it's not coming out. I'm going to have to do the same thing again, but over here. Screw it in and it locks it. The push rod actually goes into the third hole down, like that. I don't know if it's level, I don't know if it's right, but that's what we're doing. I've got to do the same on this side. These will definitely get a touch of foam tack once I've sorted it all out. So while we're here, let's do this tail part. And we'll leave that to dry. Okay, next we put these flimsy little things on over there. They really are flimsy. And they've got to be left to dry. While they're drying, I will take the wingtips. They've got a carbon rod running right the way through there. The finish is absolutely appalling. It would have been better, I don't know, if they embedded that rod and then put a smooth surface over or stuck a missile on, I don't know. But anyway, that's another tight fit onto there. I'm going to do both those wings while that's drying. The instructions, I think, are telling you to use CA glue. I don't like using CA at all. I used to use CA when I did my balsa construction, but on foam, even foam safe CA, I don't like using it. That one's done. I'll get the other one done. What you could now do is make it stringy by pulling these off. You can see how stringy it is, and then push it back on. But that's as good as bonded. You don't need to do that. Great. Let those dry. While this is drying, it's okay. I'm going to put a blob of foam tack on that actually. The same on the other side. You can't see me doing it, but I've just got a bit of foam tack on it. I'm going to use a cocktail stick because it is slightly raised. I'm going to cover that with a bit of fibre tape, just to make sure it's not going to move. This I think is way too low, so I think these will have to be adjusted so they come up a little bit. Next, let's put the main wings on. So the wing goes this way. What we need to do is to get that out of there, because you cannot see the wiring. So you have to pull it out a little bit, then you can see that in this case the yellow is at the top facing the nose. So I'm going to connect this up if I can. It's the yellow facing the nose. Okay. Put this spar into there, and I guess this is made so it will fold in. That's very tight. Let's try that. Yeah, brilliant. It's really good actually. That works well. The screws used to hold the wing on are quite chunky. They're actually what's called PWA3s by 8mm, and there's 4 of them. So even though it's a crosshead screw, I'm using a flat blade screwdriver and it fits nicely. Now you can see these holes. They do not line up perfectly. That's the first thing. You can see there's a slight mismatch. So I should think they are going to need a little bit of massaging. It's more like a 2-person job getting these in.
11 minutes later.
Well, the back one's in. What I'm going to see now is the front one lines up a bit better when the back one's in. The thing is, they're hard to get in because there's a recess here. That's nice. The front one is nice. Although I still don't think I've got the right driver. How do you tell if you're in? There's a gap. I'm not happy with that. That's it. Yeah, keep going until it stops. Well, just to show you that, so they're screwed in flush with that. I will be again putting a piece of foam tack on there, and then putting a piece of tape over it. I've seen a video, this is quite an old airframe, I've seen the video from 2016 and they talk about how new this design is of screwing your wings on. It did make me smile. Right, I think we definitely made the right decision in not putting those fins on until we've got the main wings on. Well, we do the same here. We have to get into here and pull that servo connector out. The pin at the top here is the yellow pin. So we get our wing and see if we can connect it first with the yellow at the top. And the same here, the yellow is at the top. Right, that's it. This is quite well designed because you can connect it before you put your carbon spar in. And then this basically, you can't see it, but the connectors basically fold away, which is really good. Back into that hole. Yeah, this one's out even more. I think I'll start with the back one. I want it to go in, but crazy angle. Crazy angle. There we are, that's got it. That started it. Good. Believe it or not, everyone, I am literally just going to stick that on there. It's a good fit. I'm not going to mess around by scraping paint off. That's going in there. Oh, it looks smart, doesn't it? I do like it. I'll have to show you it once it's finished, of course. Let's do the next one. I could have used Yoo-Hoo Pour on this. And Yoo-Hoo Pour tends to take twice as long as foam tack to cure. Oh, now this nose cone is supposed to be glued there. I don't think I'm doing that. I've got some rare earth magnets. I'll just put it there for you, like that. I'm going to put one either side at the top and one at the bottom, and they will allow it to be held on by magnets. That makes it just a bit easier to transport in the car without breaking the nose off. AR630. I've registered it for this aircraft, and from what I've seen I could use a 4S3000 in this, pushed right to the front, and that should give me the right CFG. I'll measure, of course, and that means all this is free here. And there's a bay at the back which will very nicely take an AR630. Very nice, like that. So that's where that will be going. I'll just keep it in there for now. Quite like this hatch being there and not at the front. Let me go and sort the nose out. So I've been working on this a little bit. I've put magnets in the nose. I'm fairly happy now. I might put another magnet because I've used quite small ones. See there? I think it should be okay. Yeah, pretty sure it's okay. Well, it's only if I hit the ground it's supposed to come off. So that's done. Now, I'm not having undercarriage on this. So what I've done, I've taken the part that had the front nose gear on it. I've undone these grommets and I've taken it out from that part. I've left the servo in for ballast basically. This now just drops straight into there with that over and I screw it in. Doesn't say what screws to use, but it does take 4 and I've only got 4 of a particular type left. And then the other 2 screws I found out were for the back plate. If you use your landing gear, it has a plate there as well. But I'm not using it, so I'm just going to drop this in and screw those down. Yeah, that's good. There we are. I think that's it. Just got to check everything there. The little magnet at the bottom seems to have much more power than the top magnet. I might put 2 magnets across here. Plug everything in, set up the receiver, check all the surfaces out. I definitely need to change that tail plane. I think it's got some down angle on it at the moment. I was watching a video and someone said is that this piece is level with the top of the writing on each one. They found that they didn't have to do any trimming at the specified centre of gravity. Now the specified centre of gravity is of course a range. We will be pitching for the middle of that range and it's 60 to 70 from where the wing joins the fuselage. Obviously I'll do it upside down. So we're going in at 65. 60 to 70, I'll be going in at 65. And you go from here, the wing root, not this piece of the wing, but from here back. And I'll do that on the underside, mark them all up. And then we'll be good to try out the batteries. Easy build, a few little silly things with it, but considering its age, how long it's been around, it went together very well. Yeah, I also like this colour scheme, I like the yellow. Right then. Let's get the CFG marked. Right, what I'm doing here, I'm putting a bit of foam tack over the screws, just the edge of the screws, and that will just stop them vibrate but still allow me to dismantle if I have to. That's in both of those wells. Then because the centre of G straddles these lines, the stickers aren't actually binding very well. So what I thought I'd do is put some clear tape. Clear tape will help keep the screw in if it does come loose, and it will also hold the centre of gravity sticker in place. Let's give it a go, like that. So I've covered up the screw, it's got foam tack will go off and hold it, but just in case it's there, and I'm also using the clear tape to hold the centre of gravity marker on. Now I cut it, be putting a cocktail stick down there. I've got one more to do. Good coverage. Probably over the top, but it's good. There we are. Now I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue on my cocktail stick and push it through the hole where the centre of gravity is. I've got to be careful because I've actually gone through to the other side of the wing. I suppose I could have measured that back further, but what the heck. That's good. Okay, so on this side I'm doing the same. There we have the Freewing 64mm 4S F18. Got a little bit of programming to do, a little setting up, and then this will go up the field for a maiden the same time I take the eSheen 50mm up. It should be a good flight session. Looking forward to it. So thanks for watching, stay safe, stay well. I look forward to you joining me on another video soon. Cheers.